Why? I want the mat. So small. Give me some. My feet is cold.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 插班生 Cc's Episode 7。请大家为插班生掌声鼓励鼓励。
耶！
一直有在收听我们插班生 CC Podcast 的朋友，也为你们自己掌声鼓励鼓励。
I think 我们到了这个阶段，我们可能可以问一下观众朋友、听众朋友，就是你like whoever's listening in, like maybe we can get some feedback from you. What do you think of the episodes? Like, is everything okay?
Yeah, we will gladly take your feedback. We'll listen to it.
Yeah.
Or whether we apply it is a different thing.
Or if you have any suggestions, what kind of content you want to see, let us know. What do you think? And what do you suggest we do? Actually, we do have some other ideas.
You do have some other ideas.
I have a lot of ideas. So, yeah.
A lot of our fans have been sharing with us very honestly, giving us their feedback. And I just want to let you all know that we are very grateful for the feedback. 全部我们都有读 and we will absorb it. But as to when we apply it, we are still learning as we go along. So please do give us more of your patience and just know that even if whatever feedback you are sharing with us, even if you don't see it, used in the next round or next
Happen
episode,
immediately,
we are absorbing it.
That's because it's pre-recorded.
It's pre-recorded. No, but also because I think our characters still a bit more like 我行我素 lah. So far that we've been recording like 7 episodes. After episode, we will also debrief one ma. And then we were like, want to do this change, want to do that change. But Carrie is more like keen to like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. Let's record it in a different way. Shall we have notes? Should we have a central theme and all that? And I'm like, no. We wanted to start this off as 一个很聊天式的一个方式 because we're not people who are here to teach you anything. We're just here to share. And why we started 插班生 CC was like we wanted it to be very casual conversation. CC, casual conversation.
Casual conversation?
Yeah. And also because people will tell us that we do IG live 1 hour, 2 hour, and they actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay.
So I think if 我们的聊天可以陪伴到大家 if our casual conversation can be part of your life, can accompany you on the way to work
or at the gym
or during work.
That would be great. Yeah. I'm sure our casual conversations are very good for efficiency and brain power.
Yeah. Just to hear our soothing voices.
Yes, let's try and speak in a soothing voice. Episode 7, the song that we're going to be talking about is 逞强。
是逞强或坚强，委屈都自己扛。我以为那是一种退让，是一种善良。
So that was 逞强。
哇 I tell you this Carrie 真是有点烦，是有点烦。
这句很好用我每次都会
use on
suddenly 唱at everyone。
是驾驶盘随他去转。
这个是我吗
No, 这个是我。When I'm driving and you're telling me, hey, turn left, where are you going? Hey, break.
我觉得你很大的误会，对于我很大的误会。
是吗？因为10年前的你跟现在的你不一样。10年前的你逞强还是坚强？
Yeah, so when this song first came out, like 其实我们没有写嘛 This is the only song in our first album where I didn't write the lyrics. Well, actually, yeah, correct.
Yeah, out of the 10 songs.
No. And you, 回忆这东西
Yeah, 回忆这东西
Yeah, I didn't write that. I didn't write 逞强 but the rest I was involved in the writing, right? Yeah, but I was very impressed. Like 小涵老师写了这首歌词给我们 Like when 小涵 wrote this set of lyrics, right? I was like, oh my God, this is like totally me.
Oh, sorry? This was what?
This is totally me.
Totally me? I was like, this was telling me?
Totally me.
I didn't get your accent.
Yeah, I know.
Like
It's very
Barbara because Barbie is now in theaters.
Yes, Barbie's in theater right now.
Okay.
And like I'm totally being very 坚强
Not 逞强, not 坚强, but it's 坚强 Do you remember, right, when 小涵老师was tasked or like, had this, we asked her if she could write 这副歌词 for us. She actually asked us to write
Something.
about ourselves.
No, not really ourselves. She's like, okay, just give me a whole chunk of words that you like.
So I wrote her 2 pages. I remember it very clearly.
You are such an overwriter.
How much do you write?
I think I wrote like half a page. Like
Yeah,
just
I
一
wrote
段
2
而已咯
pages.
like 大概这样而已。
about me, my dreams and all.
Oh, it wasn't about you and your dreams though. She said like
Just write anything. She
anything.
said.
Yeah, just words that you like. So for example, like I like 面. Yeah, just write 面.
No, I mean like, how do you write half a page of just words that you like? How do I know what kind of words do I like?
Just random words that you like.
It's so weird.
I remember that was the task.
No, it was to just write anything about yourself, what you feel, anything that you think.
Oh,
things that you
wow.
like, things that you don't
哇，
like.
这个给你写，你不是写到很
对
真的是
so
很
2
长
pages
哇
is
I'm very
very
impressed that you
short.
only wrote 2 pages.
I also say, you know why? Because I use pen and paper.
哦，所以你手酸。
对，
I see. 那你就写手酸了。
没有，我很认真。Cause you know, 还是对小韩老师我很大的崇拜跟
是
尊敬。
是
So when she asked
for
us to do
sure.
that, I was like, I took it very seriously.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So when the lyrics came out, both me and Carrie really felt like the lyrics spoke to us and spoke about us.
Very much so. Yeah.
And
Maybe it's a bit about her as well. Like
especially
可能其实
女人啦，
Yeah.
我觉得。
Yes. Yes. 本来是pre-chorus 啊。哦。
pre-chorus
聪明人对爱很柔软，内心很强悍。That's a 我们本来是女人的。
现在懂是否已太晚？是逞强或坚强，大家一起唱，委屈都自己扛。我以为那是一种退让，是一种善良。Speaking of this, right? Do you know how many years it took us to get the lyrics correct?
No. It's just the last line that we always get
so
wrong.
it's 是逞强或坚强
坚强 right?
But
Yeah.
the last line of the song is 是坚强
或逞强。Yeah, but we always like 是逞强或 Then we remember that we 逞强。It's like asking someone like, hey, what do you have? What do you want to have for dinner? Ah? You want laksa or laksa? Because 你要吃 laksa 嘛，所以你假给人家 option and say like, hey, what's for dinner? You want laksa or laksa?
Yeah, after that, we will keep getting it wrong during performances, and we will convince ourselves that actually, you know, when we sing it like this, what we're trying to say is that 就是
It's like 其实
大家都是逞
就是逞
强
强，yeah, 没有在坚
so
强
no option.
yeah.
So 就像我们这样唱 right, should be 我合音，为什么你合音？是我们会忘记我们自己的
合音
parts。
哦，yeah，有一段时间没唱这首歌了，
是
，yeah.
Which I guess if we think about life, whether it's 逞强or 坚强, you know, when we first started, we will really ask ourselves, is it 逞强or 坚强? And we always aspire to not be 逞强and to be 坚强, right? But as time goes by, you kind of meet same but different challenges, and we start to accept that we are all unique. Like as individuals, we're all unique, and we like Dia responds and reacts to a certain situation the same way consistently.
Okay,
Okay?
and then
So therefore, it reaches a point where I feel like it doesn't matter if it's 逞强or 坚强.
it matters. Okay, to me lah, the difference between 逞强 or 坚强, right? 逞强 means that you're stressed out.
Okay?
坚强 means you have the strength to deal with whatever that you're dealing with.
逞强 means that you're stressed out.
Yes,
So
that
you
means
are already
其实
okay.
是
So breaking point.
对，你已经 pass 你的 breaking point 了吧？你还是在支撑住，
Okay.
你在逞强
So-
and you're not letting people know and like okay because say you whatever you have to handle like 可能你的 capacity 是 okay I can reach 80%， then 我就累了 right for example， but 逞强就是
You're
你
already
你已经90% 了吧？你like 哦我 OK 啊，我可以这样
okay. So 逞强 is nghe.
yes
So if we have a level, a maximum level that a cup can reach, right? So
yes.
逞强 is when you're already
you already overflow,
you're
yeah.
overwhelmed.
Yeah, correct.
Whereas 坚强 is that your cup gets bigger lah, right? You have more
Yes.
strength.
Yes, you can
More
打handle
capacity.
more things 这样
So maybe why I feel a bit more resilient, why I don't feel as 逞强, it's just that I don't see that line as clearly anymore.
Wow.
Or is that okay? Or is that
I don't think the line was ever clear. It's more like you reach a certain point, you're like, oh my God, like, should I ask for help? And then you don't ask for help and like 不用紧了，我自己可以的，我可以的。 You know? You know what I mean?
What do you all think
What about
when
you?
it comes to asking for help?
Yes.
For example,
Yeah.
from my personal point of view, I find it very hard to ask for help
Yes.
at a certain point.
Yes.
However, if I can predict that a particular situation is going to be too much for me to handle,
Yes.
I will ask for help at the early stages. I will prepare ahead.
Okay. Okay.
But usually, if I already underestimated and I'm deep in it, I will reach a point where I will just wing it. I will just nye lor.
Yeah.
Nye
So then that's
硬撑。
逞强咯. Yeah. 对. I feel that as I got older and older, like I feel like I get stressed out more and more easily. Yes. Like when I was young, like for example, like 功课很多, right?
Okay.
I just don't do.
No, yeah, because your 个性 is the 一点点就 I cannot do this. Like even when we go for PT,
Yeah. So
you won't 逞强 at all.
So
one
this
eh.
is no. This is 长大之后 like no, but 功课是 I don't get stressed out one.
Because you just don't do lah.
I just don't do 咯. Yeah. So 我没有在逞强的 but as I get older and older, like I find like I take ownership and responsibility a lot more. Then 就会开始 stress out. Like 以前 I don't care 的 I don't care about my results. I don't care about whether I'm doing well. Although
Your results are all very good lah. That's what you're going
no,
to say.
I'm saying no. I wasn't going to say that. 没有这样 humble brag 的好不好 But like I was okay. Like 就是 if I didn't do well, then I'll just suffer the consequence. Like I'm fine. Like my mom would cane me, and I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah. There you go. 这样 But but now it's like I feel like my pride is getting stronger, and like I take pride in what I do, and like I hate to fail. So then 我就会扛很多委屈都自己 like I really 扛很多东西上来
I think I'm the opposite.
Okay, good.
I started as someone who always felt like I missed the mark. So I had to try harder and harder
yeah.
and harder. Like 我从很小的时候就很容易被 results 觉得打败，连不敢回去面对妈妈。Yeah, I won't like don't care and like anyway I just go back and meet the consequences. 我没有 like 那么放得开。
Yeah,
Like from a very young age, primary
yeah.
school, maybe not lower primary.
yeah.
Maybe say I think secondary school onwards lah. I remember failing history and feeling completely devastated. Like 我真的不敢回去见我妈妈。
我的 history 没有 pass 过 Like for real. Only China history.
哦，
Yeah, only China. 哇 China history suddenly 我拿80多分呢。
你懂为什么他 history 没有 pass 过吗？他不会记仇。
我不会记 Stop.
But
I just
你
don't remember. I have very bad memory. But China history was very interesting to me. Like about 秦始皇 and like the Excel. He unified the Excel. 他统一了很多东西，货币呀，的轮子的长度、宽度。It's very interesting because you don't remember?
I don't think we learned that leh.
We did.
Mine was
Sec 2.
Mine was like Chandra Gupta that kind
So
one.
Sec 2 was Indian history, Chinese history, and what Alexandra, I don't know what.
The Great.
Blah, blah, that one. Yeah.
I only took history for 2 years because I failed.
Only 2
all the
years.
way.
I never take for Sec 3, Sec 4. Definitely was in Sec 2.
Like that my记忆比你的还烂。
But it was very interesting to me. But the rest of the other history was not interesting to me. Like this was very interesting. Like to me, like 秦始皇 was so interesting. Like he was such a visionary.
And you still failed?
No, so only Chinese history 我拿80多分. Then my history teacher, did you cheat? Because I always fail. I always like 20-30分呢. I really don't
我就是
remember all the
30分
Chandra
咯。
Gupta 嘞。
And I tried leh. I studied leh. The thing is I studied and I still failed eh.
I did leh. I also tried leh, but I failed leh.
Yeah, but you failed
But
already, you still
Chinese
go home
history
ah.
was really very interesting.
But you failed already, you still go home ah.
Yeah.
You okay one, right?
I okay one.
I cannot.
Yeah.
I just stayed there until my 表姐 come and find me.
How you stay in school?
I stayed in school.
Then
I
how?
didn't know what to do.
Oh,
So I just
shucks.
stayed. I just stayed in the class.
Was that the first time you failed?
I think so. Sec 1 and Sec 2 was very difficult for me. Like I failed math, I failed history, and I was in Nanyang Girls. It was a elitist school. It was very 辛苦.
Yeah.
It's very 辛苦 because you feel like you're right at the bottom. Everybody
Right.
else seems to score so easily.
Oh, 为什么你会 fail?
I don't know. I stupid.
But you're not stupid though. You're so smart.
I don't know. I never studied. I feel like I got study. Okay, to be honest, I really don't know. But all I remember is my memory, I don't remember details, but I remember that feeling of loss and helplessness. And like, this time round, I die. 就是完了 barbecue 了 and I just sit there and I don't know, I feel like
barbecue 了，真的完蛋了，怎么会这样？怎么会这样？真的 barbecue 了 ，barbecue 了。What's going on? Okay.
because it felt like that. I didn't even realize that an hour or two had passed. What happened was that my mom actually had to call my 表姐 or page her and say like, can you look for my daughter? She is missing. She's not home from school yet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I felt brave enough to go home because my 表姐 will go back with me.
Oh, your mother do 打你哈？
打死我啦！
哦
And I don't know. Okay, I think 不会打死 but it's just this crushing thought, right? That I have let her down again.
Yeah.
And you know my mom, like,
yeah. No, and you.
And
Actually,
me?
重点 is you.
Okay.
Because my mom does the same thing, but I'm like, yeah, sure. Hey, I failed.
so I was a very 逞强的小朋友, I guess.
Yeah,
But now as an adult,
I think 逞强is linked to stress, and stress is linked to is correlated to expectation. Oh.
yeah, I was always a bit suicidal when I was young, and it's always like results
Yeah,
related.
yeah.
我就中枪啦, then I would try and like hold my breath in the bathtub. So you know I can hold my breath underwater for about 1.5 minutes.
You accidentally trained for it.
Yeah. I think I can go up to 2 depending on stamina that day.
这个 episode 要放 trigger warning 哎。
Oh yeah, is it?
Yeah, 真的，如果是这样的话，
Okay.
真的要放 trigger warning.
Yeah,
Okay,
sharing
好
lah, sharing.
Yeah, sharing. But 你这是 testing 啦，没有真的死嘛？
没有
I mean, you're
没有
still here 嘛？
没有 I mean,
Yeah.
就是一个我觉得是一个 feel sad lor. I think when you think about it, when you were younger,
Oh,
right,
you
all
think
I feel
things
is
so
sad.
hard 咧。
Yeah, now more complicated as an adult, but last time it's
Yeah.
just sadness. It's just this overwhelming sadness where I feel like I don't think I will ever be able to be.
Live up to your mom's expectation. Oh my god， 谢雪儿，你听到吗？
不要听，我怕他伤心。
哎呦
我不要他伤心。
我也不要他伤心吧，我觉得他可以 let go 一点点，so that 你可以 let go 一点点。
他 let go 了啦。刚刚讲到的是，其实他已经放开了啦。
对对
我觉得我妈妈
对对
以前也是很逞强。I'm exactly like her.
哇，你哇老 ，if there is one 母女 that is most 逞强 in the world is the two of you 嘞。
逞强，
真的。
Yeah, I also don't know how to explain our brand of 逞强。
Okay lah, but actually come to think of it, like, you know, I think everyone has their own 逞强的点. Yeah, certain things that they cannot let go, and then there are things that they are very 豁达 about lah.
Yeah. For example,
Yeah.
okay, we for example, like when we were working on the first album, we were not earning. We were producing the album for about a year lah, right?
Yes.
Out of our own savings.
对，
From
对。
time to time, we get one show here and there, but it was never enough to say keep you going. But we were very idealistic. And for me, that's my most idealistic stage already. That was now I look back, my most
You were
逞强
teaching
stage.
tuition,
Not
right?
yet. That year, we really focused a lot on producing the album. We would always be in Jim's house, going through demos, right? Trying it out, arrangement after arrangement. Then we would just play lah. We would go out, hang out. We would live life. Back then, I was giving my mom 家用 every month.
Oh,
You see?
just because you don't want your mom to think that you.
Yes, I didn't want my mom to worry. I didn't want her to because she worried, give me more stress. I wanted to create an image that like, oh, 我追梦其实 okay 的，还是很可以的。I wanted to build that reputation for myself.
Yep.
So that she will not give me any more stress for choosing the path that I had chosen. That was really 逞强 for me.
Yeah, 真的。
Yeah, my savings were at its like it was so low when we released 逞强, when we released 人生实验课. And we had hopes, right? We had a lot of like we expected the album to do well. We were very proud of it.
I mean, we didn't really expect. I feel like we
were hopeful.
didn't know. Yeah, but we were hopeful.
Yeah, and very faithful also.
Yeah.
And the first 2 weeks of the promotional activities was very fun. We had like a lot of good reviews. Friends and family who tell us it was good and all, but it very quickly came to an end.
Yeah.
the silence.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, also another 逞强 period. Do I want to continue on this path that I've chosen?
Yeah.
What about you? I can only remember like I was really
Actually,
suffering
now that you are
back then.
saying like this emotion, right? This feeling, right? That was my feeling after Superstar. I was so down there. Like I was not conscious about depression 这件事情, but now that I think back, I think I was very depressed after Superstar. Because like 第一届很好嘛, right? A lot of them was signed to label and stuff like that. And back then, it was still a very label heavy 的一个 industry.
label
right?
driven
Label driven
entertainment industry.
Yeah, like indie was not very common yet.
当红没有一个艺人是没有
Or
签
rather, it
署
was
公司
common, but we were not very aware of it. Like, you know, 我们懂的都是 like 签公司发专辑这样子. So, 无人问津. After Superstar, it's like, oh my gosh, like we are just like sitting around. Like, what do I do? Should I go find a job? Because if I find a job and then the label approach me, then maybe, I need to quit my job. That's also not ideal. Like, if 我要继续 pursue 这个 singing career, how? And then also, why? You know? So I remember waking up crying a lot. And
on the tilam in my room.
yes, on the tilam in your room. 默默地流眼泪。
我不知道，因为我起来出门了。
Like I would wake up and I would like just open my eyes and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do today. Yeah.
That was when I was still studying.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were still in school. So I was just like so lost. And but thank God that came to an end when like MediaCorp like got us to got like the top 10 to go for an interview with like a panel of people like Channel 5, Channel 8, right? Variety, drama. And I was picked up to act in 手足.
Yeah, and then you sign a contract with them.
Yeah. Then
As a
I signed
MediaCorp
up. Wow,
artist.
thank God. Like, yeah, because I mean, not that I wanted to act, but I was just so lost. I don't know what to do next. So when that happened, I was like, okay, I'm just going to do that. Yeah. But it was good. Like, as some of you know, like I really didn't like acting. It was a very 坚强 job for me. It wasn't 逞强. It was very 坚强 because I'm not an actress. Like I don't know how to act. So I feel like a fraud. And like, why are you staring at Bear?
No, I'm staring at the camera.
Why are you staring at the camera?
Because you say you don't know how to act. Then I'm like,
I think I can do 喜剧 stuff, maybe. But like,
you're likely my most dramatic friend.
No, I'm a dramatic person doesn't mean I can act.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 差很远的东西. Yeah. So I remember that period of time. Then after like after the first album as well, like you had that 低潮, I remember. But I didn't. I just felt like, okay, that was what I wanted to do. Like before, I remember I set myself a goal, like before I was 30, I was going to release that album. And I really released it like 3 months before I was 30. Okay, so I released the album. And then like, I remember telling myself whether it hit, it succeed or not, I'm okay because I set that goal for myself. So I'm just going to go for it. And we were signed to 滚石. So I was like, oh, now I got label. I was like, okay, now I got label. So like, 我就看滚石那边可以帮我们写什么东西. And like, yeah, 我就做其他的东西咯. Then we started helping out with 老板 also ma. Yeah.
I think 958, being in 958 was a saving grace.
Yes.
For many things in many ways.
Yes.
So for those who don't know, like after Superstar ended, I had to go and fulfill my internship duties as a year 3 student in Mass Comm. And I had gotten into Capital 958, which is a Chinese news radio station in MediaCorp.
Yes.
And it was there that I met my first and my bestest boss called Ye Mei Xian.
Yes.
Over there, I produced a lot of jingles, a lot of advertisement.
And we did radio
stuff.
drama.
We did radio drama.
Yeah.
We even sang the jingle like 958正式频道.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, we were given a lot of opportunities. We found a family there that we could belong in.
Yes.
The radio family gave us a lot of opportunities. We got to sing those kind of like, they would run a lot of sustainability campaign with SPC.
Oh, the 地球
拯救地球大作战.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, and then Lao would rope us in to sing the song.
Yeah, we sang the song. No, you sang
I
the
sang
song.
the song.
I wrote the lyrics.
Yeah.
I co-wrote the lyrics with Yi Zhi.
Oh, yeah. And And then like, but actually like I sing the song, but I'm also running the event. Like 我还是扛那个米扛来扛去 and then I'm taking care of the DJs and all.
Correct.
I mean, that was before the depressive state that I was talking about in 2010, 2011.
Yes.
But that had already set a foundation where when I went through all the difficult time after that, it reached a point where I decided to pick up coffee.
Yeah.
Right? That's where I picked up coffee.
Yes.
When I decided, okay, do I want to give up? Do I want to go and find an office job? Like the way, what my mom has expected of me. And I said, okay, no. 就让我继续 naughty 下去一下子. Let me go and do the things I've always wanted to do that I've never had the courage to. What can I lose now? Nothing to lose really.
Yeah.
I went to be a waitress.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Right? And then eventually
No, you
I
were
picked
always
up
interested in the F&B.
serving. Yeah.
F&B industry, like operations and
Actually,
stuff,
I wanted to learn cooking.
Yeah,
I wanted to go to the
I think
kitchen.
you wanted to go into the kitchen. Like you wanted to be a waitress and then observe operations,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, it was interesting though.
Yeah. So I learned a lot on the job. And eventually I started to learn how to make coffee. And as the story goes, I opened my own coffee shop in the end. But what that did was it made me realize that I had the courage to try. And it also made me realize that actually my mom is supportive. I thought that if I tell her I'm going to be a waitress, she will 天打雷劈. She will 觉得 like oh my god, 为什么这样? Like, 我就是辛辛苦苦
给你一个大学文凭，
念大学，为什么你要去做
Yeah.
你可以去找一份工作 like an accountant, a cushy job. Why you want to do this?
Yeah.
I was worried she would say all these things.
Yeah.
But she didn't. She was actually very supportive and very encouraging. She was just happy
that you were doing something.
I was waking up 7 a.m. to go to Bishan Park,
Yeah.
right? Open shop and whatever.
Yeah.
And she was very nice about it.
Yeah, because your mom 也觉得行行出状元啊.
Yes.
She respect every industry and every job.
So I had a wrong assumption about her also.
Yes.
她也没有说要我来飞黄腾达，
她没有，她只是要你脚踏实地。
是
Oh,
yes.
Let's give an applause to 谢雪儿.
Yeah. So that was also when I realized that actually
是我妈就打死我。
她不会打死你，她丢东西砸死你。Yeah. So taking that 那2年的这个经历 of 很逞强 and then learning different things about my mom and myself, that I had more courage, more willingness. 我不怕. I was working behind the counter and I was meeting a lot of friends who are high flyers. I was working in CBD.
Yep.
They would come down in their, what's that shoe with the red color underneath one? Louis Vuitton? Right? There was a Louis Vuitton. No, really. Louis Vuitton.
Oh, the Christian
Louis Vuitton. I don't know lah, but 就是高跟
Oh my
鞋
god， 我们
的，
真的很不懂
下面是
brands
红色的。
呀啦，那个
and
那有
they
尖
will
尖的啦。
Yeah, then they were in very nice suits. They will always have a Chanel boot somewhere, They were bankers,
Yeah.
finance people.
Yes.
And they were like, hey, Tia, what are you doing here? They would chat me up.
Yeah, just role playing.
Just role playing out today. Yeah, I wanted to come CBD.
Yeah, I wanted to role play as a barista lor. See what?
No,
Yeah.
the first few times it happened, 我很想缩，我很想 disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but eventually I became prouder and prouder.
No, because some of them they were like, oh my god, like they were proud of you.
envious.
They were envious and they were impressed.
I'm like, oh my God, they would tell me that, oh my God, I am so envious of you. You're pursuing what you love. From singing to this. They'll tell me things like that.
Yes.
I mean, 我 just 听啦. I didn't have, much to reply, but it gave me something to think about whenever I ended shift.
I think it's all about perspectives.
Yeah, and taking this, it was what gave me the courage to say yes when you said, 2012年眼界蒙蒙的，要不要去台北？要不要去台湾？And then 以独立歌手的方式去巡回演唱。
Yes.
Remember, I was so resistant.
Were you?
I was damn scared again that my mother will like 心脏病爆发。
Oh, yeah. That part, yes.
Because by then already, I
你
was
的 emotions
very tied to my mother.
It's so tied to your mom, leh. You have to untie your emotions.
No, now we are still tied together, but it's good one. We like,
Yeah, but it's still dangerous. Like, because when it's not good, then it's not good. You know what I mean?
of course lah.
Yeah.
If anything happens to my mom, I would be devastated.
Oh my god.
But let's not talk about that now.
Oh my god, you'll cry with the tissue.
Don't have.
No, if anything
Don't
happened to your mom, I'll be devastated too. But it's different. It's like everything. Like you cannot keep thinking, oh, 我做这件事情，我妈妈会怎么想？
Lesser now.
Right? It's a bit lesser, right?
Definitely
Your
lesser
mom
now.
也是比较放手。
That's why I'm saying I'm the complete opposite of you because I started out as extremely, extremely 逞强.
Yeah.
But I feel now I'm a bit
more 放开。
more 放开.
Okay. Whereas I think I'm more and more 逞强, but it's not tied to my parents though. My parents are lovely. They are just really supportive in whatever I do. Yeah, 我 just always reassure 他，我有在赚钱，我赚很多钱。
下面放一个 fake news，
不要跟我妈讲，不要跟她讲我来。
安迪不要看这个，不要听这个 podcast。
没有，我有赚钱。Yeah, just 让他们放心 right?
Yeah.
As long as 他们放心 actually they're happy whatever I'm doing 啦。Yeah. I think 反而 the judge right
你自己
is myself. Like I started to judge myself very harshly in everything that I do. Like I am like I became more and more perfectionist. Yeah, so weird, right? Then I became more and more of a control freak. So
you always
which
a
is
bit
which is
control freak how?
which is why okay, this is where I feel I'm most 逞强 because like right now, right, for example, like I run so many tracks. Like I am doing so much. Like I have 插班生has shows. 插班生 has shows, right? We have
Thank
gigs.
God. Get us
Thank God.
more shows.
Okay. And then we have podcasts now.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking like, how can we have more YouTube content? You know, like I'm being very ambitious this year, like, but it's all in my head. Then we have 2 concerts coming up that we are doing backing vocals for, which is JJ and Kit Chan.
Yep.
And then on the side, like I am a producer for Rebecca Toh, and then we do like a lot of shoots. And shoot. Okay, a producer, what does a producer do for like a photography
Everything.
shoot is like everything. Yeah, so the photographer can just appear and 拍，他想按那个 shutter 而已. So I have to settle casting, I have to settle like hair, makeup,
Equipment.
styling, wardrobe, equipment. Okay, equipment usually I let Rebecca handle because I don't know equipment. Then like locations, I have to liaise with client. Basically, we do everything to make sure that on the shoot day, everything goes smoothly.
A lot
And
of planning, a lot of nitty-gritty.
a lot of nitty-gritty, a lot of planning, a lot of like even food. I have to prepare food and stuff. And like I very kumo one. I need to make sure that my crew enjoy the foods that I prepare. So yeah, but all this 是我给自己的压力。
对。
Because most producer will just like, okay, I'm gonna order 炒饭.
Yep.
Then everybody gets 炒饭, but I can't. They must enjoy their food. So I will like think what to order, what about snacks. So yeah, I run many tracks at the same time. Oh, and I am health as well, like for my sister's like supplement brand. And then I handle the social media. Actually, she is very understanding. She would ask me like, hey, should we just engage someone to do social media?
But you're a
So that
control freak.
I don't know how I got here. Like when I was young, I'm not like that.
Do you like it?
I don't because I am very stressed.
Can you slowly
I am very 逞强.
push things?
So like there are days when I get so overwhelmed and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to think now. Like I have so much to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to
How
help.
to help, right? Yeah. Because I don't know how to ask for help as well. You know, like
You will
don't
usually just reach the point and then you will just tilt the bubble.
Yeah, so
That's happened.
I feel that like for example, like when my sister suggested like social media, 你要不要 like how about we outsource it, like engage a team to do it. Like there are companies who are offering such services, right? And I'm like, I don't want. Like then there's no personal touch. Then you know the content is just very generic and blah blah. So that I don't want. So yeah, 我什么都往那个肩膀上扛了。
你越来越放不下的活着。
Yeah, 越来越
以前是我
super,
That's why I wrote
right?
that song.
And I feel like 你越来越放得下 then 反而是我越来越放不下
Yeah.
And then like I like to have a portion of my time where I care for my friends. Like I would text my friends and ask, how are you doing? Da, da, da. I don't even have that time anymore. And I just feel bad.
You want everything.
Yes, I want everything. Yeah.
So
我觉得我越来越逞强.
you want everything and I always feel like I can't do everything.
So you let it go, right? You
As
have
in
to let it
all
pass.
my negative emotions back then was the thought that like I cannot, why I cannot do everything, why I cannot do everything. Yours is that like I want. Yours is exhaustion.
Yeah, I don't question myself like why can't I why don't I have the strength and time and energy to do everything? No, I just like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. Yeah.
And then your breaking point, usually your tipping point is when you like suddenly lose it and you're like, why do I have to do everything? Why y'all don't see that this thing can be done or that thing can be done properly? Like,
yeah.
you will feel that.
Or start to think like, 为什么你不可以 help me this and that, right?
Yes. And then
Yeah.
I can only speak from my perspective.
Yes.
From my perspective, it would be like, because the last 9 times 你都是要自己来吗？你都觉得我们做得不够好吗？ So in a way, you spoil the people around you.
Oh,
I feel sometimes.
I see.
Yeah, and something I've learned from you, or I see from you, is that, for example, if I'm down and you ask me, do you want to go out? Usually I will say no. Sometimes you will choose and decide, as my best friend, you will say no, she needs to go out. You will come and forcefully take me away.
Or I will suggest an activity where you won't say no to.
Or something like
Yeah,
that. Or you
something
will
like that.
you will
Yeah.
穷追不舍. That means you won't give up. And you keep trying.
Can lah, let's
Whereas
go lah.
when we ask you something,
Yeah.
because we see you as someone who has a lot of opinions
Yeah.
and very strong ones.
Yes.
So if you say no, we try to believe that no means no.
Yes.
But one thing I realized is that I think with you, I will take certain chances also. That means be annoying and
Okay.
be ready to be scolded for being annoying.
I see.
That's what I've been trying.
Okay.
Because if I ask you the first time, you always say no. But I've realized that maybe you need the help.
I need a friend who can 看穿我的逞强.
Or just because 你会 pegro, like 你会很怕麻烦人家. Yeah.
Yeah. 是逞强
或坚强还是 passive aggressive?
哇，这个 episode 很
Yeah.
逞强
Unexpectedly.
Yeah.
We've been talking. We've actually always been quite forthcoming with our sharing.
Yep.
But even as we are sharing right now and I listen to our sharing, I always learn something from it.
Yeah.
About how I feel, about how you feel. And like I was sharing about how I've been thinking, how can I help you? Because you're so busy.
Yep.
And sometimes you also don't want to be a nuisance and keep
是
suggesting things when you don't know the full picture.
Yeah.
你会变成是
我已经忙到死，我
对
还要在那边听你的 suggestion。
You know, 可能小一点, like if I was younger, a bit more childish.
小一点啊。
小一点. Younger when I was
你已经
younger.
很小了。
年轻一点的时候, 可能我问1次,
Yeah.
你说不要, 我问2次, you say no. Then by the third time it's like 热脸贴冷屁股. Then in the end I'll be hurt, right? You know?
Yeah.
Then it becomes a very me
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Like I had this noble wish to want to help you.
Yeah,
我只是
为什么你要
想帮你而已
reject？
嘛, right?
对 yeah.
But now that we are older, the way we hold each other, I mean not hold physically, but uphold, what's the correct word for this?
Uphold,
How
I
we
think.
support each other.
Yeah.
With our time, or with our...
为什么我不懂？你那个踢出来的时候，我以为你要讲 without tongue, without time.
Yeah, please put
I think
trigger
Ben is
warning
gonna
for this podcast.
I think Ben is going to 剪掉那个 part.
No, with our time.
I think I'm too
with our
tired. I'm
time.
like, okay.
With our time. With,
Yes, with
you
our
know,
time.
Especially especially our time.
Okay.
Because we have moved from just being Chaban Sheng ma. We do many other things. I had a cafe. You know, I have nephews, you have nephews, we have family commitments, we have so many other things that actually we really respect each other's time
Yes.
a lot.
Yes.
So much so that when we do get a chance to have a meal with our managers, spend time together, wow, 我们是很 look forward. For example, we're going to do an NDP show with Tony. We're so looking forward, you know what? To having time with
To hang out with Tony, yeah.
Just being together.
Yes. So for example, like Tony, right? Like we haven't had a lot of time to
have
spend with
proper
him.
conversations.
Like I feel bad one Like it's nagging at me that I don't have time with Tony. Yeah. Because he is 插班生第3位成员.
Yeah. But this nagging feeling happens with quite a few groups of people.
So 我会很怕 like, oh, have I neglected some people?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
So
I really
think
feel
like
you.
if my friends are listening to this, like please 再给我一个夏天.
再给我一个冬天. No, I feel especially
Yeah.
like people like my 姐,
Yeah.
my May, Wan Xuan.
Yeah.
You know, like these are people who have very consistently stayed
Yeah.
and appeared and
Yeah.
supported me.
Yes.
But when it comes to like hanging out, right, I always I always, it's not, I don't want to. Okay, I'm not someone who will plan ahead. I'm good at spontaneous meetups. And with these group of people, usually it requires a bit more planning. You know what I mean? Yeah, but we are busy. We are being pulled in so many different directions that I think even for me and Carrie, I feel that we do respect each other's time quite a bit.
Yep.
Yeah. So when it comes to I see you so busy, I observe.
Yeah.
And then I also try and think like how, what can I do? And one thing that I've reached a conclusion of is that like I can be a bit more assertive. Last time I'm not the assertive one.
Assertive
You
about
are
what?
more assertive about like, let's do this. Let's follow this schedule.
Okay.
I can do this for you. Last time you're the let me tell you what we'll do person.
Really?
Like you go and do this, don't worry. And then 我帮你搞定这个.
Okay.
You used to be that one.
Yeah.
帮我啦
Yeah.
to 扛一些琐碎的东西. And you will, before I can say no, you will say, don't worry, I have time.
Oh, is it like when I built the Sanity website?
For example, and amongst many other things lah. Today I was clearing my room, right?
Yeah.
The cupboard 是你 build 的，你跟子健 build 的.
Yes. Yeah.
That's another birthday gift that has lasted for many years. One of those things I did not ask for.
Because 她的房间很乱. Last time she had 2 study table, and the study table is just stacked with a lot of things. Then I'm like, why don't you put these things in a cabinet?
And
like
she just decided,
Yeah, then I just decided,
I'm getting her a cabinet.
I was like, oh, you're going out today, right? Oh, she went out with her friends. Then 她回来，她已经有2个 cabinet 了。
Yeah, very brave.
Yeah.
Cannot say no.
Yeah,
Never give people
like,
option
why
one.
do you need 2 tables? Let's get rid of 1 table.
Yeah. So like that day, you know, you ask me, where are you going? I'm like, you know what, I'll just decide. I'll just stay nearby and I'll come pick you up later.
Oh, yeah, the MBS shoot day, right?
Yeah. Or just be around. But the good thing is that now I'm able to be...
You got time.
I got time. Got time and being willing to invest time is very different.
No, I know that you're always willing,
Yeah.
but I also don't want to waste your time. You know? So I'm like, unless it's very desperate, then I usually try not to lah. Like, but 那天我其实敢问你 right 是因为我知道你现在比较有空
Yeah.
Normally 我不敢问你的
我真的有空
Yeah, I think I asked Bear more. Yeah.
因为 Bear, our
Bear is
manager
another
is a
very
ultimate giver.
willing heart. Yeah, she is very
She
willing.
is someone who gives so joyfully.
Yes.
I sometimes find it inhuman. Therefore, she is a bear. Right.
She's a Care Bear.
Yeah. Like sometimes I just think like, how?
Yeah. She's very good at like driving, right? So she's like always
joyfully and running
driving
all
us.
these errands. Sometimes I feel like 这个 errand 你不可以 just Shopee 自己买咩
Yeah.
Grab mart or what, you know? But Bear is always like 可以啊，需要吗？我来，我帮你。What can I help?
Is she being 逞强? Bear, are you being 逞强?
Bear? No, she's
坚
坚
强。哎呦
Okay.
那就好。
Yeah.
So I think like acknowledging that actually I've been very 逞强. I just need time to sit down and think like what are the things that I can delegate and just 放手多一点. You know, like in terms of like, okay, I don't need to be a control freak about this. But that's the thing you see, like 很多时候我 let go and I let someone else take over, right?
你疯掉，
我会 like, why? 怎么这样? Why is like that?
你要看开一点。
Yeah, you know, then sometimes like 你叫人家做 right? Then 你回来 check 的时候你就我自己写不是好。Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I have a cafe, so I know what you mean.
It's still getting the right people to do like certain things lah. Yeah.
But also maybe when you plan something, let's say we have a project, you kind of have to plan that this project is not a one-man show. Okay? A coffee cart event, for example, or shooting a like for the shoots that you produce. It is never a one-man show and it is not possible ma. So when you plan something, your time management and time planning skills is that it can be done based on your abilities. You always think that you bring somebody in to fill this role of yours and you imagine it from your point of view. How would you do it? However, when people come in, they bring in a different brand of work,
Different
pace, different
style.
style and all. And I think when you plan for that, you have to buffer for all these people to have space to...
You're very soft.
For all these people to have space to grow and do also and fail.
Yeah.
Only then can you reach a point of sustainability. Because it cannot always be you. You will fizz out.
Yes. Oh yeah, so that's another area of stress, right? Because even when I do shoots, right, I try to be sustainable. So I will like fill up my own bottles of like water. I will not buy bottled water. Then eventually, like because through this whole period, this whole like July, I've been so busy. Like the last shoot, right, I bought water bottle, which I hate. But yeah, so I have to let go of some things lah. Yeah. And this coming like the next MBS shoot, right? We'll be singing at Gardens by the Bay, right?
Yes.
I actually let go, right? I hired a producer, right? I had no choice, but I trust this girl, lah. Yeah, I trust her. So
Of course, otherwise, why would you hire her?
If I didn't know she can do it, like if she's not free, I think I wouldn't have even let go. So Ling lah, you know Ling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to put this because it's
yeah.
always easy from another person's point of view to say, 哎呀，不要想这样多，
Yeah,
哎呀，
correct,
放开一
correct.
点. You know, I
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
to be that voice in your life.
Yes.
So I always try and just support.
Yeah,
Whatever you need, I just support.
Yeah, lor.
But I'm watching and I'm just thinking,
我会 burn out 吗
it will burn out. I'm just waiting with a safety net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm also like, don't worry. I think I'll be fine.
So when it comes to逞强, whatever you just shared, right? Because it's not like you're not surrounded by extremely supportive and giving people.
Yeah.
You are surrounded.
I
The
am.
ecosystem that we are in
I am.
is a wonderful ecosystem.
Yes.
But the problem is you don't know how to reach out.
Yes.
Our problem, me and
Yes.
you both,
Yeah, yes, correct.
is that we stop at reaching out. We will think about it.
Okay,
and then
not
we'll hold
reaching
back.
out 是有两个 reason 的。一个是 don't trust, right?
Yes.
第二个是怕麻烦人家。
对
Because I don't know what kind of situation you are in as well.
Yes.
You know, but of course, yeah, sometimes I'll be like, okay, cannot. 真的是 have to, like, for example, the podcast, like, I'm very thankful that's Bear to help us. And like, you know, doing up the artwork and like, all the nitty-gritty stuff as well. Like, 如果是我 normally, 如果我没有 running so many tracks at the same time 的话, I think like the artwork and stuff, I'll be doing myself. But by like episode 2 there, I'm like, Bear, you help me.
Not sustainable.
Like, can you please help me do? Like, then eventually, like, Bear is like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Then she started to do actually. But then, of course, Bear, like, you also don't逞强, okay? I know you're also busy, very busy. So, we are here to support each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or-
We'll pick up the slack for each other.
Or is it like, if we逞强together, we feel less逞强? No, I think maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Now that you've mentioned all these things, like how busy you are and how we're still running podcasts and doing this. I mean, I was closing the cafe, we were still doing the podcast. I had to come in to Apartmento Full for an hour by myself just to quieten down because I can't switch tracks that quickly.
Yeah.
That was really
I know what
difficult
you
for
mean.
me.
Yeah.
But because we're so busy, 我们很
Wow, 很高欸，你的 cost. Because we're so busy.
because we're so busy, I let go.
Yeah.
And I let it flow. And the podcast ended up becoming so enjoyable.
Oh, you mean in terms of what you say?
Oh. And
Which episode is that?
actually every episode so far, right, has been very fresh and interesting.
Okay, because we don't have these deep conversations by ourselves, right?
We do.
I mean, we do, but we won't purposely like, okay, so how do you really feel about this?
No, I think we do, but we
Yeah.
don't have to put in as much thought into trying to express it in a way that our listeners will understand. Like, because now we are beyond just you and me. Also between me and you,
Oh,
we
yeah,
can
可能
just
我们 shortcut in terms of what we say 啦。哎呀，我忙了，要死了啦，
哎呀
that
你
kind,
懂的
right?
啦。
Yeah, 就没有 elaborate.
Yes.
Then actually, when I don't elaborate and go in depth into how I am going to die, 你可能就 don't understand.
yeah, or maybe I assume.
Yeah.
But now that we're making an effort
To-
because we are trying to share something in a way that we hope is palatable,
and relatable.
to the people who are listening in, it really helps to clarify a lot of things.
Okay, so now that you know we get to this point about how like we're very 逞强, we're very busy, what's the coping mechanism? What's your coping mechanism?
My coping mechanism, right, is for me, I realize if I have a very long day and very little time to reflect or process, right, I'll drive home in silence
Right.
and I will just pray.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes a sermon helps. Sometimes a worship song helps.
Yes.
Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I play the worship song, I lagi fansao I don't know how to explain this. Yeah. And then
You pick the right song, man.
for me, proven like this is how I work, this is how I roll. Going to a quiet cafe and journaling. Which is why I started Sanity.
Writing out your writing out your thoughts.
So writing it out forces me to crystallize what is on my heart, on my mind, that I haven't had time to face. Sometimes it sounds very lame one. Like there's an inertia to putting all these things out. There's an inertia to sharing these things with you guys.
Yeah.
Because 有时候你讲出来呢，你会害怕说，yeah, like why does it sound so lame?
Yeah.
You know, the things that
first world problem.
the things that I'm bothered by, why is it so lame?
But no problem is small or big lah. If you feel this is your problem, it's your problem. You know what I mean? Like 痛是不能比较的. Yeah.
And I will write a prayer lor.
Yeah.
It can be a very simple prayer, the things that I wish for, like literally like mine is Dear Jesus lah, right? But it almost sometimes could be Dear Santa Claus.
Yeah. Correct. So, like, to the people who are listening to this podcast, like, you know, what is your coping mechanism? Do you write them down? Do you sit down with a glass of wine
Do you text
and
a
just
friend?
not think for a bit? Do you text a friend? Do you reach out?
Actually, I'm curious, like how many of you, right, will text a friend? I feel a lot of people around me do that.
Oh,
But that is the last thing I do.
I don't know. So actually, like I found that like, cause now this year I have a diary, right? Like I have a journal, like no, is that a journal? Yeah, 就是有 dates 的啦. So then it's about sorting out my days. You know, cause for me it's like I have too many tracks at the same time, and I'm afraid. Did I miss out something? I am held the social media. Oh shucks, 我很久没有 post out, that kind of thing. So it's about sitting down with my diary and like planning out the days. So when I plan out the day, even if I don't follow the plan, at least I'm revising. Okay, 我有这个东西. Okay, let's give it a minute for, you know, 每一个环节 in my life. Like okay,
That's the
have a
beauty
thought.
of analog. I feel.
Yeah,
Like,
it's true.
you all use iPad for the 谱, like 音乐谱, right?
Yeah, the
I cannot like until now, right? I still use paper and pen because when I go through it, right, and
Then you
I
can write a lot
it's
of
very
notes.
tactile. The word is tactile, right? I have a highlighter and I use the solid highlighter.
Yeah.
So I will highlight my parts.
Oh.
And the mere act of that, physically doing that and running through it, right, helps me to internalize, to digest the information, which has never worked when it's a digital thing.
Right.
It just doesn't work for me. Ebooks, I've tried.
Yep.
I've bought ebooks.
Yep.
I've read one or two.
Yep.
Not sustainable.
Oh.
For me, like it needs to be physical. Like this.
Oh. I don't even have time to read, man.
Now lah.
really.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't have time to read also. It was only recently
Now it
that I
was.
went Kinokuniya and I bought, even then I was not ambitious. I bought 2 simple books.
Okay.
And it's been about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm still on my first book.
It's okay.
But I'm still enjoying it. I'll
So-
just read 1 chapter a day.
Yeah. So I think my coping mechanism is really just having an uninterrupted time and be honest with everything that you can do and you can't do. And I think it's about being honest lah. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I can do everything. I can do okay. But when you plan out your time, you realize, oh, I really don't have time to do everything.
Okay, so for this
So in
episode,
conclusion,
for this episode, right, if I could just task us all, maybe we can help each other.
Yep.
So that it really is a community.
Yep.
Right? That there is power in accountability and when we do things together.
Yeah.
When you listen to this episode, right, let's make it a point for the next month, every week, right? Let's set. It's up to you
Set
which
aside.
day you want to set, how long you want it to be. It can be 1 hour, it can be 1 full day, it can be half a day. Let's set time in our diaries, in our phone calendars or whatever, time to rest.
Yes.
Can we do that? I think sometimes we
Schedule
really
time to
don't
rest.
Yes, we schedule it, we put it into our schedule, and then when someone says, "Hey, Thursday night you want to go for dinner?" Then you say, "Oh, cannot have something on," and you'll be like, "Huh? What do you have on?"
Oh my God. That's what Sue does all the time.
Yeah, let's
she's
do
so
that.
good at that.
What do you
Yeah.
have on? Rest.
Yes, because I would show her like, hey, why don't go and watch movie on Thursday? And she's like, oh no, I already like plan to rest.
Yeah, because we need to create a rhythm in our lives that's sustainable. This is something that I had on the back of my head since beginning of the year leh.
Yeah.
And I just thought about it. Hey, actually, I wanted to do this. Why haven't I done it? Just put it in your phone, recurring every week.
Okay,
Fix that day.
let's do that and let's learn not to be 逞强. Yeah, because you need that rest time to become 坚强. Right?
So when this episode is out, let's really work on that. Can our rest time be the same? Same day?
Don't want, you can't disturb me, right?
No. Rest time means you're by yourself or like you do. No.
No, I cannot like a regular like Monday 2 o'clock that kind. I need to find time. It's
Okay. No, that's the thing. No, that's the thing. It has to be regular.
No.
Because people have to get into that rhythm also.
Oh.
You have to get into that rhythm. Otherwise, it's very
if I have
easy
to
for you
pick
to
a
push it
time,
aside.
then I will do Sundays lor. Then at least I have time for sermons also.
Yep.
Can.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
And let's work towards more 坚强.
Oh, I know. That's different. Sorry. I know this, but no, because we are freelancer.
Yes.
So Saturday, Sundays are not rest days. Whereas like, people who work in the office, maybe they
No,
can.
that's
Saturday,
why I say
Sunday.
you still have to fix something. So where I got this concept from, right, is from reading the book, from a book written by a pastor. And he talked about how Saturday and Sunday he doesn't get to rest. And then Monday is supposed to be like church workers, the off day.
Yeah.
But there will always be issues. And they expect pastors to always be responsive. Like I quarrel with my wife, or we're going through a divorce soon, how, or like this brother needs prayer. They will always reach out and expect pastors to react very quickly. But he was like, no, he had to set for himself, and he set for Thursday.
boundaries.
It's very weird. He said that it took a while for the people around him, his family, to
get used to not
used and
disturbing
also
him on Thursdays.
learning to respect. But
Yes.
it started from him learning to respect his own rest time.
Yeah.
So I think we can all do that for ourselves. It's not going to be easy, but we should do it.
Yes.
Shall we?
Yay, Sundays.
I think mine is Tuesdays. Okay, share with us your day.
Okay, so thank you for listening in. We are very happy to be sharing all these things with you, and we hope that it's nourishing to you, or at least entertaining to you at some point.
Please like our podcast and then share it.
Yeah, like, share, comment, because I think it will make a lot of difference. We haven't been publicizing our podcast very well. We're gonna bug you more and more to listen in. And see you at the next episode
of 下半生 CC.
Bye.
有点烦，是有点烦，我习惯沉默对峙呐喊，假使盘随他去转，免得说我刁蛮。有点难，真的好难，我们得独立，同时委婉，多脆弱才算是独的勇敢。聪明人对爱很柔软，内心很强悍，现在懂是否已太晚？是逞强或坚强，委屈都自己扛。我以为那是一种退让，是一种善良。我站在你身旁，冷静的像堵墙，把泪水都抵挡，遮住自己伤口的真相。最后是用心思体谅，我的趾高气扬，是逞强或坚强。我习惯沉默对峙呐喊，假使跟随他去闯，免得说我刁蛮。有点难，真的好难，我们得独立，同时委婉，多脆弱才算是独的勇敢。聪明人对爱很柔软，内心很强。逞强或坚强，委屈都自己扛。我以为那是一种退让。 是一种善良。我站在你身旁，用尽了像堵墙，把泪水都抵挡，遮住自己伤口的真相。最后谁用心思体谅？我的趾高气扬，是逞强或坚强。越隐藏越恐慌，越是防不胜防，越是放越逃亡，沦为沉默羔羊。为何不能够好好爱一场？公平着不需要谁投降。是逞强或坚强，委屈都自己扛。我以为那是一种退让，是一种善良。